All right, for and then you ray assign about BM into and then so you be a live broadcaster almost every day. Program it did 1 hour with Munufi until you try say a bit me I work within 1 hour every day. Na yeah day ashisha so. Program ye near them ye can't nyansa 7 quantity say open so join ye program in so ubet me a call on WhatsApp and as I will send the message and as on the platforms are program no bit me a comment or on so meet me a kind over friends so a plus 2335081177781 and as a plus 35846576223 so 2 lines in and there ejuma na send ye munyina mu ye no your topic no we be discuss say your current vice president, is he worth the hyper amount for a hyper and say he is this, he is that, he is that, he is this, he is that. Based on Onwankasa statements, been more Onwankasa ameki. Na afedi ya say bibia ebe koso pepe pesenia yepenena. Because one thing you hear about your politicians and then say omuni power na omutime kansembi. Ombenya power na omo reinvent another wheel no they can some for. Ebiem kwa bi wo power ene okogina ha waka some for. China osan be gina ha wasan ka some for. Nti na ye be analyze yankasa ye vice president. Statements we are making publicly when your private statements you analyze it, David. Public statements on one kasa making or transits on one kasa making and then ye deba beto ponoso na ye do so do tum afese nsem na okan no either say o sheda ne kan yo say bi wo ha wan sheda o say den o enyina ebe ho nti emfa free when he was the opposition candidate's running mate nsem bi a okan ntie no be a vice president and no ye discuss here no, but we will still go forward and bring on board a lot of this.
With market determination of prices, exchange rate movements are the most important indicator of underlying macroeconomic fundamentals. As the saying goes, when in doubt, observe the exchange rate. The lesson from history for governments is that you cannot manage the economy with propaganda. In fact, you can engage in all the propaganda you want, but if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
Exactly. These were his words when he was a running mate, when he hasn't assumed the office of the vice president. So he saw everything wrong. Who said Bibia were wrong in the economy? Not the then His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the NDC no ruling no. Saying no who economy no among running the year and that they were playing propaganda among kind of crunch Ghana for and a lot of things. And then Yamil Adam Ghana for Tio Musufre and Omoto about them NPP bar power. Then he became the vice president now. The first 7 months, not because of the good management of the economy, and NDC now no mention about a currency exchange rate, stabilize here. Stabilized. Enti onoba pick it up on that exchange rate and stabilize it. Then he came back publicly to say, what Timia manage arrested the dollar no. The dollar na share sales at the key ama IGP. These were his statements when he assumed the office of the vice president now. Then 4 or 5 months down the lane, Ghana for express exchange rate was watch to them they come IGP no. Sign up crash and boy. Nene good management NDC that's what came no. And then na this animal ever. Until now when he assumed the position, the ultimate handle the economy ni exchange rate and essay. Until people started to ask and say, nice kind of also what but the question sales Eric Safwama IGP about saying air running. Then he turned back again to come and give different answers. Then let's also listen to what he said.
Nyamana mudi tumo hono ba ko ne se Oba CD no baby obi abechin dia koma IGP. Na waloko no.
I arresting.
But CD no still no. And shed especially against the US dollar.
Aye.
And yet to send ya woka so be no.
Oh, actually.
And that's so sad bajanas
No. I think that I'm happy to say we'll be a question here because
na waloko no.
What Kwame Sefakan asked now when Mr. question here. But say sometimes also journalists on Ghana and so almost all your problem people. The vice president says that he had actually arrested the dollar and then given the keys to the IGP. But Kwame Sefakan becoming very smart here, was trying to ask to say, or kase obey me one any penna kase why yada. Until know the young answer Kwana still no or the ema.
I arresting.
But CD no still no. And shed especially against the US dollar.
Aye.
And yet to send ya woka so be no.
Oh, actually.
And that's so sad bajanas
No. I think that I'm happy to say we'll be a question here because you're running flexible exchange rate regime. You're fixed exchange rate regime. So exchange rate no there ever movie according to the market forces. But fundamentally, the exchange rate is going to be determined by your inflation rate, other things being equal. Or high inflation now, ubenya higher depreciation. Or lower inflation now, ubenya lower depreciation. That's the fundamental. So say we are going to arrest the CDR, and yes, we are going to lock it at one rate, but essentially lock it within the range of the fundamentals, saying that the lower inflation rates will produce lower depreciation. We have 2013 to 2016, the exchange rate was depreciating at 18% on average, 18. Whereby 2016 to 2019 is 8.7% on average. And because we've come down to 2%, if you, but we're not going to add that yet, but you will see it even lower if we did it on a 4-year basis. But we are 18% versus 8%. So we have reduced, as I said, by more than 50% the rate of depreciation of the currency. Ushia said that your currency under the NDC, the currency in terms of the dollar to the cedi, it was saying about $1 to 1 cedi. Okay, that time
2009.
Around, that's right. It was almost $1 to 1 cedi yet buy. By the time they left office, Omugdi called what 4 to 1. And yes, sir. So,
all right, exactly. So let's build up on this point. Current Vice President Nankasa Jatum said, whilst NDC was leaving office, now $1 was 4 cedis. Until he says, look at 4 cedis, would be $1. Until he thinks, say, na NDC for a bone or money away, and then $1 is $1 is over 12 cedis. So this is the man they hype, or they are hyping, say, which man manage the economy now, whilst becoming a president. As vice president, be also born now, $1 is to 4 no. $1 is to 4 cedis no. Peja different $1 is to 12 cedis no. And the waba say mayor president because we manage the economy no very well. Nipa bibinia or African leader. This is how they behave whilst in opposition and when they assume office. So this is the man the NPP is hyping. Say, oh, it's so good, so bit manage Ghana's economy. So the question I need to say is Dr. Bawumia worth the hype or no hype or no? Because he has said a lot of things, or he's doing a lot of things that it doesn't make sense in the country. But it seems that nobody is telling him, say, my friend, you are not on point. Or sorry, so as he said, in work for BCM can say he's digitalizing the economy. He's digitalizing the economy. About digitalization, and you won't have to buy a word of data. Opa yinti asema hopes and young Kasakra kind.
Digital some 2008.
Right.
For 2008 MPP manifesto. Ubehu e-governance. You call e-governance anything? Any digitalization?
Economic, electronic governance.
Yes. A digitalization. A two-by passport. What you feel no I born a shame now. Digitalization. Let me set this record straight here. Say, ɛyɛ ɛslɔwusu nsanu adwuma ɛnyɛ vice president nsanu adwuma fact ɛyɛ fact
Minister Communication
me say na data one
Of course, as Hopes Adoye can make more sense. When you have ministers in place, that's the digitalized economy. Is it the work of the vice president? And I say a sector ministers. I was these people are fooling Ghanaians. Because when we talk about sector ministers, policies and programs, and I say policies and programs are buying a person or championing. No, sector ministers, no, you say, implemented. And your vice president now, but you know, but can't you say digitalization or 1 hour year? Now 1 hour year, a sector minister and humanity, and I said the president was in humanity. So is NPP trying to tell us His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, Etia Bayono, or the Unage be our year, BBI NPP. We should understand this kind of things. Say, BBI Dr Bawumia, then president in the humanity, and as a sector minister, a Juma Bay and Kasana sector ministers or more. So now we are discussing, say, is Bawumia worth the hyper NPP for a hyper? No. You wait my journey on +23358 5081177785. Oh, WhatsApp, and I said, a comment about I'll read it. Boafo Israel, also you are good. I thank you very much for Boafo. Also, why are they say when you're okay? So we are just discussing, is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, His Excellency, the Vice President, where's the hype? Now, NPP for hype and say, and assuming the office of the whole president, not Vice President, be more, whole president. Depending on Vice President, so now they are telling us, say, your man be Vice President, your man be President. Is he worth the hype? PhD holder, man, our born say to the sense economy, on one council, then it means something different. He is unable to even manage the economic management team na Ghana yet or Nankasa Kwani and Fan account. It means that he's not that good. Then that digitalization agenda now he forgot to say the hopes in Kayano. It started very, very, very long ago. But let's assume say on the with him. So let's listen to him. Some things that he's constantly saying. If he actually knows what he is saying or not. Let's listen to him once again.
To focus on the solutions to the problems of this country.
Okay, so what Dr. Bawumia is saying,
have a policy.
I mean, to me, then before we move on. No, Ojina, sorry, them. Then he was telling the members of the congregation, say they should task politicians based on things or the solutions they have for the nation. So let's listen to him once again.
Please remember to ask the politicians when we assemble to focus on the solutions to the problems of this country. And let us have a politics of ideas and solutions, not a politics of insults and propaganda. And that is what we need in Ghana. We should let our politics shine a light on what we are doing and not try to cover things in darkness. When Apostle Eric Nyamechich, Apostle Chairman, presented the State of the Church report, there was a lot of light in that report. It had a lot of light in that report. There was a lot of data. Now, data brings light. People who don't like light don't like data. So when you see a politician trying to talk, you just say, bring the data to support what you are saying. And let us talk. So I think this conference will be very, very important. That let us focus on light, let us focus on data, let us eschew insults and propaganda, and let us focus on solving problems that face this country.
All right, so he's good here. We should use data to tackle politicians. We should seek politicians whose core mandate is solving the challenges of the society. Yatenasiye. After the young solutions corona also there by the president. into the one or two of the solutions on everybody. Then we analyze to see say solutions waiting will be a president or my in a baby.
An everyday basis, various problems. Not a long time, about almost a year ago, taxi drivers came to see me in my office. And one of their major problems that they presented to me and my team, they said, look, our business is collapsing. I said, what is the problem? They said, now we have Uber. And many people are not taking taxis as before. You know, people want to feel safer and for other reasons, so they will rather call Uber and bring us. So Uber is taking our business. So how can you help us? So we sat down with my team and said, okay, how do we help our taxi drivers compete with the Uber drivers so that they can also be like Uber? So we set the team to work. And so the task was to digitize the operations of our regular taxis, just as you have with Uber. I'm happy to say that that work has now been completed. And in the next couple of months, we will be able to place our taxis, at least in Greater Accra to start with, all on an Uber-like platform. And you'll be able to call them just like you call Ubers to your homes and all of that. It's a practical solution to a practical problem. And that is the sort of thing we as politicians should be focusing on.
I want to say this is one of the biggest insults to the youth of Ghana. And as to Ghanaians, I must be honest here. It's one of the biggest insults any leader in any society or in any country able to be advancing to the youth or to the people in that country. Let me stress on that point. The vice president is telling Ghanaians to say, he saw, or his team, he had a team, saw a challenge in Ghana and said taxi drivers were complaining that they were not getting more rights. It is solution the Uber-like system ever Ghana, and that is the solution they should seek from politicians. Nti say who team now team no adwen omode ba na say omuni adwen ade exist in the system already, and our team no team boss fabra. Is this a solution to a challenge in the system? Let me just go back again. Nipa Bolt ANDN, which was formerly Taxify. Or this app on the buyer, he was just under 18 years of free Estonia. And we develop a app. Akwala under 18 years, and they develop a Bolt and the Muhun system. A challenge in the whole world. They operate a taxi without having a taxi in any other field. Bolt any taxi, yet it operates in the whole world. Uber, so Bolt is an Estonian company, a young boy and a creator. Uber is an American company, they don't have taxis in the world, yet they operate the biggest taxi fleets in the world. Yango, or a free Yandex company from Russia, they don't have taxis. They operate the biggest taxi fleets in the world. Let me ask, are the CEOs of these companies presidents in the various countries? The answer is virtually no. And this way a vice president in there, now so be a president. Now the solution a bit in that and say, Adia Akwala 18 years, Estonia, 18 years, over 15 years ago. Now say no and never be president. Then I'm sorry, you don't have solution to our challenges. It means the current challenges are Ghana. You don't even understand this. You don't even know. And the whole team now, they are clueless. Almost one team, they don't even have solutions to our challenges. Or they don't even know the challenges that are confront to the nation as we speak today. Because if the solution are working, the whole congregation, a catcher say, "Oh, be a president, or they banner say, oh, be digitalize taxis and trotro. No, be power book here." Then I'm sorry, you don't even understand where you are coming from. The solution now also a new solution because 15 years ago, and we have a solution in our Into a solution. So you can never come back and tell us, say, solution are already but then they say, obey my trotro and a Texas, yeah, the app in a bookie. So that solution, warrant you to become a president of Ghana. Then I'm sorry, you don't qualify to become the president of Ghana. Because our solutions, and these are solutions, eba. Akwala 18 years, or take bolt in Estonia with or just 1.2 million population, Akwala Ketan, on your president of Estonia, on your minister, on your even assemblyman in Estonia, he just saw a challenge in the society and then brought about solutions over 15 years ago. It is now we are vice president. Now also person be president. That's our solution now. Then Mr. Vice President, I'm sorry. You are not where that hype on NPP for hype on because you don't even understand the current trends that we are seeing echo. It means a Ghana now we are vice president no. Or who names the solutions I was out of Ghana, or you don't even understand the challenges facing Ghana or the whole solutions about. So these are the kind of crops of people at Edomoba. Then to the youth of Ghana. Such statement, such reckless statement where a vice president, what did the youth of Ghana tell? What he is trying to mean is a Ghana for youth, you need agreeing with your team. We cannot even think. You need solutions to our own challenges. Because our Kwalaketo are what is Estonia. It means the solution about the whole world. That's a yeah, youth in Ghana and the team for solutions are about Boyanka say yeah, then he is trying to tell us you need the question. That is what the president or the vice president just told us. Say Ghana youth you need agreeing, you need the oh, these kind of insults coming from politicians, is so bad. Say, and say team for near chance say, yes, sure, mono my decide jumana idea. Because he minister for digital Esla post requirement post because they all seem not to be doing anything. I don't even understand why we give them those ministerial positions. That's all not when as a vice president or no being over digitalize taxi. I'm a taxi app and you manage president there. Then I'm sorry. We don't even know what we're talking about. Dr. Bawumia digitalization agenda now on Kenya. There is no single one out there about not a single one crazy in order about about drones. Let's listen to him. Then we analyze what he means by that. If he's actually serious about some kind of because we cannot be in a society leaders and they don't even understand what they're talking about. And as more fire seeing in an sebi in Imnyansa, then we analyze that one also, and then we try to tell him say he's not worth that hype, that amount for hype or not.
Who issued a mobile money wallet, but now in Ghana we have a bank-wide mobile money wallet called the Ghana Pay. People could not understand how zipline drones, the drone services, could be used to deliver medical supplies and save lives. They tried to convince people that drones were to be used for taking pictures of women in bathrooms. They did not believe. But today, as we speak, Ghana, as we speak, has become the world's, the largest medical drone delivery service in the world, the whole world. Our own Ghana.
Well, these kind of statements, I have problems with them. Said the whole world, Ghana is the largest producer of drones in the deliver medical supplies. How on this earth will a vice president be making such statements? Where is he getting this kind of data from? Data we know for free him. The whole world countries do not say how made deplorable to the extent they say even if all the drones they could deliver blood and medical supplies. Countries do not say we are saying even in Kurunkurusono, Ebino. Accra Kumasi road be seen the then you are telling us the drone it deliver medical supplies. So you are the whole world and Ghana is the largest. What kind of warped logic is this? Let's continue and listen to what he said.
So unfortunately for people or governments who try to move our country to a different level, they are confronted with a mindset that only sees impossibility. A mindset that refuses to believe that African countries like Ghana can lead the world in the implementation of digital technologies. And this is why I enjoy proving the skeptics wrong all the time. Ultimately, usually when I say we are going to do this, they will say he's lying. And then later on, when it comes, they keep quiet. Ultimately, we must all remember that you cannot transform an economy with just brick and mortar. That you cannot transform an economy with brick and mortar, with just brick and mortar. No. You can only transform an economy with ideas, with systems, and with institutions, not just brick and mortar. Ideas, systems, and institutions. That is what transforms economy.
All right. Inti no. Well, almost say sometimes these are some of the problems Americans I have with the vice president. Say some skeptics think to say you can only use drones to take pictures of naked women. And then they have arguments all kinds of normal mobile. It seems to say they are all dumb. Almost all minimum. Why in the country is ultimately the drones take only pictures of naked women? What kind of system is this? Mensa confer for the kind. Many are join you.
Major so many
If I told you this and after free him.
Fosu Gideon, Ghana, Accra.
Mate. Now, and you discuss the hype now, NPP for them are the current Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Bawumia. Is he worth the hype?
And I was say, any Aquania, and I'm so what the mamma said, Mimia Jumadi Yimu HFA. Now, Coupon and Shell, no man quatintin, wet matana, Abwed Madin say, there are some of mine Ghana.
That's Minia.
Edin kind, Nemecoso, yet bred into Mecoso Street.
Okay.
Now, Macamasem. A fact to say, MPP, Bonnie, Ador, saying Papa, our Maye, Ghana. The history of Ghana, say, Bonnie, MPP, Eddie or my Ghana. From Momona Nanom Pain Subisi, Nano, MPP Bonnie, Ador, saying Papa, why? Now, prophet, I see a dunkitia, made the prophet a Canadian home because somewhere 2007 muho and or share come say MPP akromfo dunwotwe akohia na omo kwa akoyi kromfo tachi amoa minim say obeka isa statement na
the statement na pa
ampani ampa na nado dankwa akufu ado nsema anase ni dwumadie ne ya woda na di me yahu say asie dunketi asema woka eno no ye prophet bi anyame bi enani emani hu amamu a na nado dankwa akufu ado pese ode bre nti akromfo tachi amoa dunwotwe no akromfo dunwotwe no tachi amoa yeyi no so ene na nado na amamu mu na ene afo ete a ye answer na meko His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia asemuno. Yetiwe papa ne boninti obia ewe nidin.
No correct.
Obo terrorist ewe internet so obehu say obi te say Osama bin Laden mo yebo musicians obetimi ahu Michael Jackson ne wo ye no
Nti se Ghana
ha Mo Ghana ha it is a CA. Say about the biggest liar in Ghana, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia Nidin NPA. I bet me a try ahwe. Obi a wo tie me bia bet me afa ne phone. Now about the biggest liar in Ghana. Sebio we can try ama gogo kra hu acknowledge ni nyuma wo di no. Nti me enya me nwanwa yeah, nanka mempese meka sa papa we asem bebre but ye di jawa na ye di asowa wonti asem ye di kan ye ne ya na ye beka Dr. Alhaji Bawumia nanka ye young man obetimi adi position bia e wo Ghana habi na MPP o prepare a omutimi conspire against somebody's ambition ye MPP and that is what they did to Buachie Jakon and Nipa Bebre Omudi Biedi Womo. It is San Omudi the Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, asema sebe mpreduas sanke wo say abofra na eka no ne ye pia na tiko
ya na o da question nsem
no akwa na ye di na tem na waje hu anim guase and that is where omafa so atimi conspire against papa na the presidential ambition edi that is it. Okay, yanhwe mekane say na mama adanse ya ebe sese bio metan no na mekane ho asem keke me ade a mama hu His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia first eye bra na nsuo eye Burkina Bagre dam ya bie ma nsuo ayira fa nkrofo ewa tifin mantam ono ane mantam mu fo nsuo ayira fa wo mo na papa yi sorry se wo kwa akọje wo madoye arehosem ne se wo the expired goods ene kwache wo mo nuane a asei
no correct
ene o de kwache wo eye factor obi anim ni nyuma na meka no platform yi esompa anti ye ka asem a e wo se ye ka ne krojin ye ka ne said ye etie na meye se bosiremu kan na se ye tumfuturo agu amanfo ani so Bawumia na ye the first vice president then no ye running mate wotimi ko chiche aduane a asei e de ma wo no ani kromfo which is fact. Number 2, Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia beso Ghana konwa mu no mpo niema Ghana fo nya agidie eto abama no ne se na wa preacher manato Ghana fo tim se eba economics de ya number 1 oye tatahwe
we guru
papa we nim economics yie pa na enye se nim no nim keke nim onim no ne se wode ba be siesie ye dollar nsem a asei atete apansam nti no obeche dollar no de ato prison mpo o kan se wache dollar no e de ato prison no de nsafo no akwa IGP
no correct
NDC free so per video na wo boy no ono ase na dollar e 4 cedis Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia pen so be last 5 months dollar koya koduru 15 cedis ne pa cho me boa
no correct
what if 4 every 15 ni ma na chese what the 11 Ghana cedis na beto dollar so at some point in time impo ni regime no enyansi the worst can happen bibi sa betimasi biem. So on records obi a we economic PhD holder wabo economics mu degree akese no what the 11 Ghana cedis and a better so within 4 years na obi a 1,000 John Mahama ne pa kwasi bekwe misa ata o man 1,000 no 8 years omo the 3 Ghana cedis na better so because no omo say $1 is to 1 cedi na just say NDC 8 years NDC at the 3 cedis at also Dr. Bawumia less than 4 years or no at the 11 Ghana cedis and at also and osema ento nyom emfreno mamemfa dollar asemno ento nchen eto so biem eye vice president we ya na ko Cape Coast ekoka kire Cape Coast for say wo oba besi ye si habo wanka say ye besi mpo ye si habo e de amamo e pa so wo kai sa asem actually argument na beda abont manfo e discuss no efri mapanyi na nado danko akufo ado ano a o takora de habo wo ho e na akra so habo wo ho so unwise say obi bedwen say na ban say wo ba besi habo e wo Cape Coast when the vice president na akoka sa no ti se mampanyi na nado danko akufo ado ka say enye prudent say obi bedwen twice. If I told me, yeah, then so. Well, this is the manner ye discussing. It also be and I'm a woman, some may any snappy or can be far. Say Okada e kumenipa na or babe swap pay Okada with taxi, mini taxi, at the amount or more pretty sa Okada no me pa so okay sa same. Ghana ni bia wuchi Okada na Ghana ni bia ete ho no enne ne obisa mampanyi abedi akire Mahmood Bawumia ne say na sa taxi na wo share yen bo no e wo hefa afei so onwa na woye obi a chese wo de economy ya bon economy sa bon ho sapo hene a waka kire Ghana for say wonne de oba aban mu a ye be shift from taxation to production.
Yes.
And economists netimi a champion this agenda no. Nti wo kan no Ghana for ejini tu mu. Enne ye misa se Ghana for eto mene wana mene wo. Ono na etimi ba sebio sebe ntampe a ye friend ye ha ye kan wi yimpo aban we si we legalize for commercial and then industrial purpose. Nti no wotimi enya ho sika edi aban bi ani wa wanya ho mfaso da kan NPP Bawumia ne Akufo-Addo aban ho.
Se Ghana be dan Jamaica.
Ono nko na ba ya oba beje luxury tax menim se okay sa asem na se we use car bia luxury car na obi atima koto car de be yetro
even articulator kwan was classified as a luxury car.
Mo ejeje ho to close to 6 months and a Ghana for through public opinion ye dey ano two man or say we ye free ho sika na wojeje ye ne de wa mebu ho akontan be sin ne say fa ahi o enti ye kaya ye for tax ene ye tua na ye ntua. So this is the manner oka a na wa ye b ye mfa no so nto nchen on 19th of October 2019 ena papa we efro Peace FM o de menka the media house bi ena oka kire Ghana for say ojidi say wo mo a wo ye mobile money no wo ye ahiafo wo nsam ni bi nti no enya de aban de to ebeto won so menua enedi ne yehu enni na nu nansa yehwe na aban we ya akofa levy dia be bale ye komu Ghana for etinam ye nyintumo o se hwe me na mato aba ma me ne me pe na meye na naka nka bi o de aba His Excellency Bawumia ejina mu bi Bawumia koya na san hye mbo se ye to aba ma ono ene na do danko Akufo-Addo on the 9th of October 2016 my date because ebi obi tie na opete cross check here Ghana Web report this asema American on the 9th October 2016 said no village will have toilet and water problem.
Yes.
Say ye to aba e de ma wo ma it's
Ghana near will have a bank account.
Yes. Ghana near o tie me no ye me bi say so anokwa say could I say we need toilet one challenge we need insuo ho challenge ana asem sebe nti papa na ye discuss no ye se wanu masem so ne ye begina abu for na wanu masem so ne ye begina abu bem ensem amaka nyina dance da ho krogen say odi ho fo
exactly
na enyam say kromfutachi amwa no bae no prophet Asiedu Nketia share ne ho nkom dada ne odi ade wo bae no obewo ba na kromfo ba so de obia easy say be adopt your papa the way of living that is it na arewo sema me hu a say some 10 years back na ye kasa obi ye mampani a in fact na ya ade a esombo pa wan kasa wubu nkompo hwe wo ho na wonim de any soro to that standard nka okura ho nkopere
ho se okwakope dabi
enne na na do danko Akufo-Addo ba ye sebe manushe suminam obia timi sore so be president edi obia timi sore obepe president edi esan say ayefo sebe nkwan adwo ama bia enum bi nti obia so ba aba be yene de na do danko Akufo-Addo kura timi aya me Bawumia na mentumi nya na na ye na fo ebisa Bawumia na say oka cabinet ho so manyi be ye yo say nye yo we ye major ayi a wo ma menka na senkra stakeholder oka ho aban we nhyehyɛ wudi mu ntintimma nti say ye ma wo bra be ye den ade foforo ben na opese wo ya one famwa or master ama or my mu and ya magana for ye one toyen. Ye Ghana for bisano.
Many agents na same we so back now and also twice mame. One seven now can move the party we see enough and not twice mame.
Mate.
Introducing, and you will be happy to hear, Ghana's digital address system with unique postcodes for every location within Ghana. For the longest time, if you are looking for somebody's house, the cocoa seller on the right, the blue kiosk on the left, by the gutter, before you get there. And then the day the cocoa seller doesn't appear, you are in trouble. So we have said that we want to implement. Ghana is huge, by many standards, it's huge. There's so many villages, towns, and so on. We want to use the existing technology to implement a digital addressing system. So this is the task we set ourselves when we came into government. And that task has thankfully been accomplished. The digital addressing system is going to provide, for me, if I look at it and I'm biased, of course, it's going to provide us the most advanced addressing system in the world. Period. This is what we are about to roll out. And it is more advanced, of course, than the United States or United Kingdom or Sweden or Germany.
All right, Minia, so what's your okay here? Sometimes do you think, your current vice president, he should be taken serious? Because how on earth will you come to a conclusion, say, oh, you use Google services, but meanwhile, our services now pass it through Google, no? It's more advanced than United States, than Sweden, than UK, and what? Is he just joking? And I say, what does he take Ghanaians for?
Who say, "Aya na ne refi say ene globalization ti sebe ewiase no me way me flew plane enko Switzerland me enko Germany me enko we but through globalization minimum a transfer was amayama yi so nti His Excellency Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia na odwin say say for no ye da so te say be 200 years back omo ana omo te ho no sa na wodwin
exactly
na ono no enya kwanya atutu kwanti no okoba the ewomu oni enim bia obeka kire yen na gleefully we also consume the obeka kire yen na ne ono adwen kire no waye obi a sebe woni nokore enokora de gba minyi sebe nim free because obi enim gogo kora na baso dada e wo hu one say speak we ya okaye no na ode kan sa digitalization wonsem ene manema speech ya wo boss here
yes
but na ne refi say empo yanyi ntum say oba be ye de obeka no na ne refi say ne predecessor asi Accra Digital Center
sir
di one acknowledge say adwuma na ekoso no etoso biem na ne refi say ne predecessor alle fiber optic cables from Accra to Paga in the northern region connecting access to internet and more obia na ne refi
yes onim say no na me question me bisa na say onim nsem no bi wo ho anase o hyeda anase onim. So the question is in three folds. Does he know and he's lying? And I say he doesn't know. And can I say is he means informed?
Ebi wo ho a wonim. Na mom ya pia no. Say onkonko kan say the medical kan no say the be ya be conspire against the presidential ambition no. Ebi wo ho so a wonim. One was the first and a castle be a PhD. I said, Obo PhD, and once I won number, I said, a PhD holder, and son of idea to me say, we a PhD holder. When they year will be our chain channel, a bit me did you say, we were seeing day, we winning day. So, say, your man Penya Bedi actually Bawumia mechanic, yes, a wako school, 7, and they are more than a D. abofra kora be hu say masters kora wa ye bi da na areho na airtime sometimes omo take yen for granted because said them di kan yen tutu kwan said the omo na tu kwan and then they will impoverish you say won to mean tu kwan so no wako hu no kore wo but omo refi say ye phone na eda ye nsem no e di Germany e betu yanim e di USA e betu yanim Canada e betu yanim nti obeko so a twantro e di a kire yen but anigi sem mempese me domu asuko bebre sometimes o kasa na wan hwe ohun so ye kura no waka atrahye anigi sem ne se ade a chinwe ase Ghana for youth no ani abie nti sa strategy we ya NPP ede weni aba se yenko so ampede forcewood engu system no mu no ebia no mokoye kumawu a sorry ye frɛ ho sen kura asenofa omunya result no hon result na ebedi wo mo ho no so Ghanaians are wide awake yetimi ehu se we ye ntro na we eye nnokore yetimi ehu se we ewon hyehyɛ papa de maye na we de sebi otumi na wo penti obie na no asebe okasa tra keke nti Ghana for nyame boa come 7th December 2024 Yeni youth no yesi yadwene po yabo yadwene po dada yesi yadwene pi a yenim baabi a yede yekokromuti ekofa na abeje wo man yafri amena donko a ekwa akotomu no mu na sa akokorawu na yede akokora di ade a nya ye ne yatu ahyeda
ta
nanado danko ni ho akufo ado ni ho na de Bawumia ba yatu yi ahyeda because of krono a wabonti no ye fa kwan bia so de Bawumia ba na waba be cover when omo ankasa ni mo makoma mu se wo merite sa office na ye piapia na de na kono na nado danko akufo ado ba e wodi kan ye ne head of economic management team ni na nta na yesesan yi ni free ho
I didn't even for buy yes that's true
say we
all right I think say Gideon online no
hello
Gideon oh
Semenka
I'm
talking
talking
about
online break now what do you mean see no mama sign miss out some last question that fit there you build up from there about your tia same we say
You will recall that I stated in 2014 that if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. That was true then, and it is true now. It is 100% correct. So if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. But it is warped logic to jump from that to a conclusion that if there is depreciation in their currency, then the fundamentals must be weak. Do you understand the logic? It is very warped logic.
All right. One was asking, okay, not Professor Jamba for is he not insulting the intelligence of Ghanaians into believing, say, in reason to know cancer? He speaks now. I say, do they even understand what he's trying to mean? It means, say, Omo to you know, Omo say, Omo yem kwase for, and I say now, why you get on?
Mpanyimfo say mepacho wetemenka
Metepa
usum nkontompo afidie na wode nwera ekata so fita eso wa ankasa wonsa wan say first no na etua oyonko ho a etuadua na NDC na wa ban mu no beka kire en say when the fundamentals are weak the exchange rate will expose you.
Yes.
And no back on so na exchange rate na expose nti no e was say me fine and the foforo eba beka SU2 say it doesn't mean say the fundamentals are weak. That is scenario no say the etiano no
Sir.
Areho na airtime eduru ba bia na asefem say yebenya crop of nkrofo bi leaders bi a sebio ye de entronko an ye digital minti de wo ye nyina to minti na wo ye saa de no. And research bebre approve say nyentro amfantefo be frɛ ne akohwie na yenuanom asantefo bi no maka ne nabra basem a enye de a NPP ebeba power biem e wo Ghana.
De kwa nyankopon pangu se ne COP
they say
police
ye dikan ya kromfo hene ye dikan ya kromfo hene ma ne bepe sika de gu omo ho na penso ye nya party hia sika I was misled Ghana sika di nti say ya koyi entro hene a wono so bedi tro e de renew omo mandate na odi akata kro no so me pa wote say de menchire me ya say dia
explanation is very very clear.
Nti de ekoso e wo Ghana no na nipa oye Ghana ni a wote wa wadwene no wono na wo se wodwiti na adwene no eye me ani mi nua wo tie mi no se ye hofo a ombekoso afa yemfo so omo de ye na anye yen ya enya ade a omo beja ye fa ye da momme yenhwe ne yemfa oman ni nsi baabi papa na nye sei na kwa ame nkroma Ghana wo susu se na opese ye enye sei na JJ Rollins Ghana na etie ye papa Atamels Ghana na no build no enye sei na etie ye ra John Dramani Mahama Ghana enye sei na etie medawa se woni nyankopon enye
medawase fosu Gideon ofremi free Accra Ghana medawase abusafo nti se ne ye discuss no the current vice president or about three things maybe who say I want to dream. One, I just who say Ghana for your smart. And you know, some of these statements and answer the comments and answer all transits now, you know, or they did the intelligence of Ghanaians or no who say you're smart at them. Either say two, the second scenario, unima de kora or ya and that's my worker. Say na get your keno. Ebi obi the paper and obi the sum no say onkonko ye what he even knowing say some kind evidently or non reputation. Maybe he doesn't know that. Or the third one, they say, yeah, or clueless. Maybe you know, kind of the logic they get warped. So he doesn't even know say Odido or Nankasana. But we need to be serious as a nation. When we are hyping somebody to get to the highest office of the land to run as a president, we need to, and we ought to make sure that the person qualifies to be in that portfolio and as in that position. Because say, see, Jaya Maya Mobi or Bessa Maya, Igni who Sebe, men nye political ba minim say Ukraine for no moto hono mokoto about comedian no o mahunu ni kuro no aye. So when we are given a political mandate, a political will, or that's our political power to obi so may president, we need to be extra careful. For me, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is not worth the hype. I hype and say he's it, he's that, he's that, he's this. No. He's not worth the hype. Digitalization agenda na wakano. Mama mention my DB World Bank. Emma Ghana $200 million. Sikano way. Sikano madi. $200 million worth dollars. Kwasi bulinyi dollars. World Bank the man say from pushy digitalization agenda. Sikana she. Oma diskano. Many panel be jina baka say or the drones about na drones no Ghanaians think say drones today they naked women pictures. What kind of insult is this? Ghana anyi baby Ghana yenye do no yense tolerate is any manema we say because MY society no. We need development in the system. It is any year about mood but we can say we should task politicians into solving the challenges in our system. These were his words.
Remember to ask the politicians when we assemble to focus on the solutions to the problems of this country. And let us have a politics of ideas and solutions.
Exactly. We need politics of ideas and solutions. So the first thing you need is you need to identify a challenge in the system. You have to identify the challenges facing the Ghana now, the youth, the economy, the system, the whole country. There are challenges never. Then you come up with solutions, concrete solutions. ebe boa ma man no etime develop it enye solutions at say no no aka no ye near term o me sen kuti ni bi
Politics of insults and propaganda.
exactly politics of insults and propaganda as according to the current vice president and APM, we don't need that in our system. So why is he always and constantly repeating that politics of insult and propaganda? If you want to be a president in Ghana, add into the time behind who did Ghana for them, who did the intelligence of Ghanaians at them. O kasama enye no kore. Who solution is over digitalize the app about. I am telling him says our app has been in existence over 10 years. Uber, Yango, Bolt, and others, even Shatawale Kura, so you don't need somebody to become a president to bring on board an app. They don't do that. Secondly, Trona would the Ghana for say, Niamana or implementing the whole world Ghana and you through he doesn't know what he's talking about. Mamemfa one document been to where he made mention of similar things on our health sector. The first thing they say, Bawumia outlined 3 major ways digitalization has advanced health in the delivery of Ghana. Inti yam fanko to name here asam kuran kasa wakan. Opeso chere say this is very, very major. What Ghana is doing, we will be the first country in Africa to do, and in the world, there are only 3 countries that have done this network. How on earth will you tell Ghanaians to say, what the technology ever health system that the whole world know? Ghana, it beats a lot of countries, even Denmark, who advises our vice president to be saying these kind of things? Program in 1 hour with Munufi. We are airing it live from Helsinki, Finland. And in near term, we just come up with policies, programs. Our politicians, all Ghana, Emeki. It doesn't matter, say NDC or NPP or PNC or Mama Yaraga or whatever. We are the other banner say, one minor, Ebeka. Say, oh, better policies and so on, about Boama minor, so a developer, and say Ebeka. They tries every day, man, 1 hour on this show called 1 hour with Munufi. Medini William Munufi Aman Kona. Until which my program is live on YouTube at Munufi, and I say 1 hour with Munufi, all the two in the West. And I say William Amankona's Facebook page, NDC Tema West Facebook page, NDC Finland branch Facebook page, all these kind of pages in no So every day I come up with 1 hour content. With me, I assisted the program by just WhatsApping or testing. And I have seen a lot of people giving out different lies. Kwame Swahili Suta, or Hobby Imali, or Hobby Steven Ado, and a whole bunch of others. When you know, Madam Sende, Munyamre now, Mutimi, a 1 hour program. So the advice to the Ghanaians, and they say, the current vice president, not president, he is not worth the hype. Edemano. Inti was say it to me who say the policies and programs now they been outdated. We nim nsem kora sebe ya na oka because unima sans nsem ni no onka. Inti say the system bi eba ma Ghana no ye the test nipa adwen asana ye be man political position ye masai nipa no political position because politics no ade a eno na betima asesa nipa abrabo e wo man no because odidi agora wankasa ene ebeko asan de tia o me da obi bia se unya kwamre na oheme 1 hour with Munufi comes on every blessed day. Bye bye.